everybody, Carolyn here. Today I am filming a long form YouTube video for the first time in a hot minute, but today we're going to be resleeving all of my signed albums, and I'm also just going to be going through my signed album collection because I am transitioning my signed albums to these Meowcafe premium album protective bags. Some of these I purchased on my own, some of them they have sent to me. I do have an affiliate code with Meowcafe. This isn't a sponsored video, but I do have an affiliate code with Meowcafe if you want to use it. It's Carolyn10 for 10% off. I think they are also hosting a additional sale right now, so lots of savings to be had at Meowcafe. But yeah, I really like these bags. I tried them out pretty recently on a couple of different albums, and I've decided that I want to relocate a lot of my albums to these bags. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to go through my signed albums and repackage everything. I'm currently in the process of redoing my shelves. That was supposed to be this weekend's video, but I haven't quite finished it yet, and I have a couple things coming in the mail tomorrow that are going to kind of help me finish up my shelves, so that's exciting. Look forward to that video. Probably sometime next week will be up on the channel, but anyways, let's go ahead and get into this video. So the first thing we're going to start with is this Hongjung Sign The World EP1 album. So I have not previously stored this album in a bag because I used to use the Ultra Pro ones, and they only had like one size of like protective bag. Well, they had two. They had like a magazine or like a newspaper size one, and then like a magazine size one. And yeah, so I really love that I finally have like album protective bags. I think maybe this one should fit. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it, so yeah, that will be good. And then I'll just fold it over like that, I guess. And that's just so much nicer than just like not having it. I don't think I was as worried about it because I was just like, it's fine, but it's not like really fine to have your signed albums unsleeved. I figured I would take this opportunity of me redoing my shelves to just like redo all of these as well. So yeah, I wish I had Scotch tape. Man, I was literally just at the store. I could have gotten Scotch tape. Okay, just kidding. I don't need any Scotch tape, though I did find some because I have the Meowcafe little sticker tabs that come with each of these bags. So like they were thinking ahead for me. Oh my gosh. But yeah, this is the first like long form video I filmed in a while besides my shelf video, my reorganizing shelf video, which I've been filming long form and short form content for. So if you follow like my TikTok, where I've been posting mostly, I think I am going to play like catch up on my Instagram. So if you're not a TikTok person, obviously you're a YouTube person if you're here. So I have been posting these on my main YouTube channel shorts as well. I do sometimes post content that's longer than 3 minutes on TikTok. So TikTok is really the only place you can see that until it maybe goes away on Shonu's birthday. That's the current deadline. But who really knows at this point? Who really believes it at this point? I wasn't even really worried about this TikTok ban, to be honest. Like, I just kept making TikTok content. But my point with all of that is, like, recently I've just been finding short form content, like, really fun. And YouTube is always, like, long form content is always going to be my bread and butter. I've been making long form content on YouTube for so long. And there's just something about long form content that just can't be duplicated in short form content. However, I will say that it's been a little easier on like my brain to just do short form content for right now. And then I also just like want to explore other like video types because there just haven't been a lot of comebacks recently. This is like how I used to tape my bags. This is so funny. This is one of my Sector 17 albums. This one has Joshua's signature on it. And I just like took the little like piece of paper and that they signed and just like attached it to the album. So how do I get this out of here? But yeah, so I'm just like planning on buying less. Also, I'm currently in the process of downsizing. So obviously like I don't want to do too much buying because I'm trying to downsize, you know. Also, Monsta X 10th year anniversary is coming up so soon, and I just don't even know like what that entails yet. So I'm just trying to be like, this is gonna fit in this bag. Yes, cool. cool. Preserve my money for that. Also, like a Monsta X tour. I'm also going to the Stray Kids tour next month. And while I've paid for the majority of the expenses for that, like in Seattle, I'm staying at my best friend's apartment, the same one I stayed at when I went to go see Wano. Actually, not the same apartment because she did move that weekend that I was there. But I'm going to be staying at her new apartment, which is like same apartment complex, just different apartment. Anyways, I'm going to be staying there because, oh, maybe this is too big. Wait, hold on. But yeah, I'm planning on staying there so I don't have to pay for anything really there. Though I was talking to her the other day, and when I went to see Wano, I got a rental car for the day. She has a dog that, I don't think she would mind me telling you this because it's common knowledge if you like know her. She has a dog who, he's a sweet boy, but he gets seizures. And so she's pretty particular about like being home for his like medication times, right? And so I wouldn't want her to like have to come pick me up from the city and like whatever, because she lives outside of Seattle. She lives like, I don't know, maybe like 30 minutes outside of Seattle, 20 minutes from where I lived growing up. This one, I don't even know if I really need to like, I guess I can tape this down, like this side here. I also could tape that better. I do love that about this, is that it could be like, you can lift it up and kind of reseal it like that. I guess I will tape down like this maybe. But anyways, so my point is I was texting her the other day and I was like, hey, do you think I should get a rental car again like I did when I went and saw Wano? And she was like, maybe. And I was like, okay, well, I really only need it for like the day of. And just getting an Uber like to and from like the apartment and her, it just would be like the same price as having a rental car. And I wouldn't have to like stress about finding a ride back to her apartment after the Stray Kids concert. I'll just rent a car for like a day. And then we'll just like take it back to the airport because it's also her birthday. And so we're celebrating both of our birthdays. My birthday is the day before the Stray Kids tour starts in the US, so May 23rd. I'm a Gemini. We love it, May Gemini. But my best friend is also a Gemini. She has her birthday like right after mine. And so we're going to be celebrating our birthdays together. So it kind of like works out. I'm going to the Stray Kids concert. Know a bunch of people going to the Seattle stop. I have seats with Carrie, which is going to be really fun. We have front row seats for the Seattle stop. So I just like am so excited because it's the first stop of the tour. And like also I have never had front row seats. I've never had like front row for Stray Kids before. Can we just talk about the difference in quality of these bags? I don't even know if you can really tell, but I can tell in person. These bags are so much thinner than these ones. They just feel so much like crisper, like cleaner. This is the other one. It has S. Coops' signature on it from Sector 17. Both of these, I think I ended up trading. I think I pulled Joshua maybe, but I think I ended up trade for Scoops. I usually have to trade for S. Scoops. So yeah, so I'm really excited to go to the Stray Kids concert. I'm really excited to see my friend. And afterwards, because I'm not going to another Stray Kids concert until LA, which is the following weekend. There's San Francisco in between that, but I'm not going to San Francisco. We are going to go on a little trip. And so I was like, we don't need two cars for that because like we're going to take her dog and her, and we're going to go on a little trip and stay in a really cute Airbnb or hotel. We haven't actually booked that yet. So I do need to book that also, I guess. But we're going to do that for a couple days. And then I'm going to fly to Los Angeles, meet Carrie there again. Carrie's going to Los Angeles and then I'm meeting her and we're staying in a hotel there together. It's a lot. And I'm going to both days in LA. And then I'm flying home to North Carolina after that. So like, if you're wondering where my PTO has gone, if you're looking at my PTO balance and you're like, why does Carolyn have no PTO? That's why. But it's a good weekend because it's Memorial Day weekend. So I already have that Monday off. I was going to request that Friday off for my birthday anyways, but now I like actually have a real reason to request my birthday off because I'm like going to see Stray Kids. So anyways, it's going to be really fun, but I do need to book a rental car. I literally just texted her about it last night and I was like, hey, is this something I should be thinking about doing? And she was like, maybe. So I was like, okay. But while I have like most of the main things already done, I do still need to like think about paying for food and merch and like things like that. And you know, we're just trying to save our money right now. I, fun fact, do keep like a spreadsheet of my finances because we're trying to be like a responsible, like financial girly. So I follow like a lot of financial people on like TikTok. I watch a lot of like finance videos and like, you know, investing videos and things like that. And so I was updating all of my spreadsheets this morning, which is like kind of late for the month of April, but like it's fine. Because it's April 12th today. And I was like, oh, my stocks. I haven't looked at them. That's why it's so late, because I didn't want to look at them. Anyways, but yeah, I was like updating all that today, and I was like, oh, my savings. We gotta put a little more into savings before the Stray Kids concert / like Monsta X's 10th anniversary is around the corner from there. So I just like assume there will be something. They've also been like a little quiet right now, like they're filming Mon Must Go, but I'm like, what else are you doing right now? Like, Wano's been really quiet. He is doing a performance in, is it Ohio? May 31st, and I'll literally be in Los Angeles that day. And I was like, Wano, why? Oh, I'm so sad. I'm so sad that he's coming back, and like, no, the next time I'll be able to see him. So I'm really upset that I'm not going to that. Apparently, the tickets apparently are not that expensive. So if you are around, I'll go ahead and post like the actual info on the screen, but you should go. Like, you really should go, honestly. It's fine, but like, is it really fine? Like, literally, if I wasn't going to the Stray Kids concert, like, I would be there. If I hadn't already booked everything, and like, I'm staying for both days in Los Angeles, so it's just like, my LA seats are like fine. Like, they're good. They're lower bowl seats, but I like wasn't going to do floor for LA because they were so expensive. And I just want to experience an LA concert. Hold on, I have to grab more signed albums. Let's do some Monsta X signed albums. This one is my fan sign from Meowcafe, which I believe this video is on my channel. I did this fan sign with Meowcafe literally so long ago, but it was so fun. It also was kind of stressful because, let me tell you the story about this fan sign that maybe I told you in that video, but if not, I'm telling you now. I was flying to visit family. I have family that is in Hawaii, and I was flying to visit them the morning after this concert. Not concert, fan sign. I was going there to visit them. I usually go and visit them like every other year. I try to go, also because I just like love Hawaii, and I love that like they have property there. So it's just like, I don't know, it's just really nice to like to do like the local things. Like, I don't do anything touristy in Hawaii. I go to the local like vegan and vegetarian restaurants that I like. I go to the local like beaches there. But anyways, I like needed my photo ID because, or my license, I guess, because when you are doing a fan sign, they like verify your identity, and you have to send like a selfie with your like license in the picture. So you're like holding your license. I don't know what this is gonna fit in, to be honest. This one, I guess. Anyways, so I couldn't find my ID. I had my old driver's license, which was expired, and I was like, I guess this is fine for like a fan sign, but like if I'm going through TSA in like 4 hours, literally was doing this fan sign, was getting like 2 hours of sleep, and then I had to drive to the airport the next day. It's also, this one's a little smudged, which is really sad. I was like, where the heck is my license? And so I'm doing this fan sign with Meowcafe because they accepted like my little photo with my expired license, but I had my new license, and I was just thinking, like, in the back of my mind while preparing for this fan sign, I was like, and like doing the fan sign with Meowcafe, I was like, where is my license? I was like, where else could it be? I was like, while I was waiting for him, I was like looking around my room, and I was like, where else could it be? Like, I was panicking. I was like, where the heck is my driver's license? I did find it. It was just like in a weird spot. I had like left it somewhere in my house and was like, oh, okay, this is where it is. But yeah, that was my my Meowcafe fan sign, and I really liked talking to Meowcafe. He was really fun to do a fan sign with. I applied for Kihyun, and then I really wanted to to put extra albums that I had towards another member, and I was like, talking to Minhyuk would be so fun. And then I didn't get it in for Kihyun, but I did get in for Minhyuk, and it was actually really, really fun. Like, not that I ever thought it wouldn't be fun. Like, I love Minhyuk, and I love every member of Monsta X, honestly. And I was like, he's just so, like, funny and outgoing that I just feel like a fan sign with him, with like just being able to talk to him would just be so fun. And it really was so fun. Yeah, I haven't done a fan sign in like a really long time, and I low-key like work such awful hours for fan signs because I work so early in the morning. Like, if I were to do another fan sign for this upcoming like Monsta X release or Wano release, like I literally would have to take the next day off of work. And obviously, as we've just discussed, I don't have that kind of PTO. Really don't know. Or I'd have to go to work with like 2 hours of sleep. I don't know. We might have reached the end of our fan sign era with this job I'm at right now. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm really bad when I have had under like 4 hours of sleep. I took the following morning after my Minhyuk fan sign. I slept like the majority of the way to, I usually fly from like Charlotte to Texas, and then I'll fly from Texas to the island that I go to when I'm visiting family. Slept like the majority of my second flight. Like, I was so upset that I had like a 2-hour flight to Texas because I was like, I just want to go to sleep. And then I was like, I have to go through the airport, but then I had like a long flight after that, so I slept like the majority of the time. Yeah, I was exhausted. I am like not good with under 6 hours of sleep. Like, I really am not. So we'll have to see what happens this era, like what the vibes are like when it is even. Like, I assume they're gonna want to release a new album before Changyun enlists and like before they go on a tour. God, I hope they come to the US this year, but also I hope it's like in the fall. Like, that's also why I've just been like not buying anything, because I'm just like, I don't know. And when I went to Atlanta for NCT, it was so funny because I was like, should I go to the K-pop stores here? And I was like, Carolyn, you have so many K-pop stores in Charlotte. Like, why would you go to like the Atlanta K-pop stores? I don't know. It was just more because I was like, I kind of want to go just to like see them. Oh, these are already Meowcafe bags. Okay, never mind. But I do have my Shape of Love albums. Oh, this one's not a Meowcafe bag. This one is though. So this one is my Joohyun signed one, and this one's my Kihyun signed one. They look like this because of the they use like a Sharpie, and for whatever reason the Shape of Love like album cover makes the ink do that. I don't know why. Let's replace this one though. Also, I just got my nails done like right before filming this video. The nail girl I usually go to only had afternoon appointments this weekend. And I was like, because I'm such like if I have an appointment on the weekend, I want to get it done in the morning. And is this also a Meowcafe bag? Yes, that one is. This is my Kihyun Youth album. Cute. I loved this fan sign. The Youth fan sign was so fun. Is that the one that I didn't get any footage for because like my camera wasn't recording? I think so. That's so sad. What is Shape of Love gonna fit in? Oh, the A4 standard pages. They have more sizes, but I pulled out the 3 that I was like, I think everything I need to sleeve is gonna be in these pages, or in these sleeves rather. Yeah, I've been wanting to redo this for a long time, and this was a good opportunity to do that because I was like, I have to take everything off my shelves anyways. You'll see when I post like my little vlog of reorganizing my shelves, I've been struggling. Downsizing, like, actually, it wasn't that difficult because I kind of knew going into it like what I wanted to downsize, right? However, I feel like there were a couple of things I ended up keeping because I didn't do the corners of this one. I don't really feel like I need to do the corners of that. That's fine. Okay, so there's those. This is my Kihyun Reason album. If you remember, this is my group signed Reason album. It's like, you know, they signed the covers of this one, but on this one he signed the photo book, which makes sense. I feel like this is gonna go in the A5 photo book one. I have really been enjoying making short form content because I kind of like, while there's no comebacks, want to transition my content a little bit into like informational content again. Like, I'm currently doing a series on my TikTok that is about like advice for first time K-pop concert goers, and I've had a lot of fun. I filmed a couple of videos for that series already. I posted like the prequel this morning, and I'm gonna post the first one this afternoon. Also, I've been posting twice a day a lot of the times on TikTok, which is kind of crazy, but I'm really like, I don't know, when TikTok almost got banned back in whatever that was, January, when it almost got banned, I was like, I made a video on TikTok and I was like, I have so many regrets of like not even trying to like post on here and not even trying to like explore, like, because TikTok, I've always believed TikTok is such a great platform for growing small businesses, for going viral, for like really growing an audience. Like, I feel like if you're looking to grow on a social media, it's not the ease, like, I wouldn't say, actually, you know what? It kind of is the easiest to go viral on TikTok. I feel like, because people spend so much time on that app and the videos are so short, right? Like, a lot of the videos are between like a minute and 3 to 5 minutes, I would say. And so if you're someone who's like looking to build a community, like, and you figure out how to post on TikTok, like, I feel like it's a really great way to build a community and to build a following potential on TikTok. And like, you guys probably know like Brand Flakes. If you're on TikTok, you probably know Brand Flakes made a video recently saying like how much money he makes from TikTok, which is like insane. Like, when I first started seeing people get monetized on TikTok, like, I have been in the creator space for so long, right? Like, I have been making content on the internet since like forever, like before I even had this channel. This originally was a second channel that I built to be like my primary channel, but I even had a channel before this. Like, I've been making content on YouTube for like so long, and like, I've made content on Instagram. I've been like monetized on Instagram, and like, when TikTok first became popular, this makes me sound so old, but when TikTok first became popular, I never was a Musical.ly person because I felt like everyone on Musical.ly was like 10 years old, and I was very much like not 10 years old when Musical.ly came out. There's no way there's like big money to be made there, which is not why I'm posting on TikTok, by the way, it's not why I'm posting on TikTok. I just simply want to try out like other types of content, and that's like my main regret. But I just like find it so insane that like short little videos can make you so much money, because fun fact, short little videos on YouTube do not make money. Like, YouTube very much prioritizes like watch time, I would say. And so like, the longer you watch a video, the more that YouTube like likes you, I guess, or like likes the person that you're watching. But on TikTok, I feel like they kind of prioritize that, but also the videos are so much shorter. So like, I don't know, it's interesting. It's really interesting because I was like, how much money could you possibly make off of like a 2-minute video? But like, it's kind of surprising once you start like looking into the analytics. Like, my For You page shows me a lot about that because I find that fascinating. I find everything involved with content creation fascinating. I always have. And like, I'm the kind of person that if I don't want to do something, I simply will not do it. Did I want to push this down at all? I didn't do this one. Well, I did for that. I did a little bit. Okay, we'll do a little bit. We'll do like this side. I've been doing this for so long, like so long, and I still enjoy it. I still make time out of my day to like do things involving social media all the time because I love it and I think it's so fun. I think it's such a creative avenue. I love my 9 to 5. I do. And I don't think I would ever want to be someone who like just posts on social media for a living, because I know how unstable it can be. But like, the great thing about social media right now is it's so there's so many like avenues of people and so many ways to like make money off of content. And I also do think that the K-pop community and like is very different from other niches of like influencers. Anyways, I just think that it's like a little different. Like, the K-pop community is a little like younger, like this influencer space is a little younger. So it's just something that I find interesting, and I follow a bunch of really great people. I'm mutuals with a lot of great people on TikTok who post like K-pop content, and sometimes I just want to like say things, but I don't want to make a whole video about it, you know? Like, I'm a very chatty person. You know that about me. Look at my channel. My videos are so long. I talk so much. Hold on, let me grab some more signed albums. This one is my Rush signed album, and I got this from an M-Wave meet and greet. I joined a group order back in the day for Wanos, which, fun fact, the GOM at the time gave me Shonu's and then ended up selling off her Wano one later on. So I ended up buying it from her and then selling my Shonu one to somebody else because I was like, I don't know. But anyways, I was entered into a raffle because there were a couple of like OT7 signed albums, and I actually won the raffle. So I was kind of like, even though I was kind of sad that I didn't end up getting Wano, even though love Shonu so much, obviously, love them all. It would have been nice to have a Shonu signed album because I don't have a Shonu signed album. Maybe if he releases a solo album someday, we'll get a Shonu signed album. I don't have a Changyun signed album either. This is why I can't give up on fan signs yet. We got to complete the collection. Anyways, the A4 standard. But yeah, I ended up getting an OT7 signed album for this. Look at Keyhen signatures all smudged there. This album is so old. Like, I have literally had this album since it got released. It's important to keep your stuff sleeved because it's overall in really great condition. But my point is that when TikTok was going to get banned, I was like, wow, I really like didn't even try. Like, I literally didn't even try on TikTok. I just feel like I didn't even ever really explore other content. Oh, I was talking about how I just love to yap, and sometimes I just want to yap about things, and I feel like for a while I was in a headspace where I was like, there are certain things I can't say. Like, as somebody who makes content on the internet, there's certain things I can't say, and there definitely are certain things that I still feel like I shouldn't talk about. But I feel like TikTok's a really good way for me to be like, hey, this is my thought about something that's happening like right now. Like, I made a video about the Stray Kids concert where the members ended up leaving the stage because it was getting a little hectic. I've since learned that apparently people were sneaking into GA and the security of the venue was not that great, and it was overcrowded and oversold, and so it was just like, it was a lot. And so I made a little video talking about it because I was like, this is why I personally did not choose like GA for myself, and like just being like, if you're doing GA, just like be careful. Not saying this is gonna happen at other venues, but like we don't want it to happen at other venues. And a lot of people were like, this is a venue specific problem, and I'm like, I get that, and that's, you know, that's fine. We just don't want it to happen again, right? Like, we don't want this to be a thing. So if TikTok doesn't get banned, which I don't know. I don't know. At this point, who knows? I think I'm having a good time posting there right now, and I just have been not feeling like I want to sit down and film a long form video, though I do want to change that because I definitely like miss posting long form content, but I do think I needed like a minute from it, and I didn't want to like disappear from the internet completely, and I was like, well, this is a good opportunity for me to just like post on TikTok more and just kind of explore different like avenues of video types. Like I said, I kind of want to go and like talk more about like I just feel like I've been doing this for so long, like collecting K-pop and standing K-pop and going to concerts and things, and I feel like I have a lot of like tips to share. Like I have a lot of experiences with it, and I have a lot of like things to share about it. So anyways, I think it'll be nice to kind of post some more like informational content. I still have some unboxings coming. I do my monthly sponsorship with Light Up K, which is always really fun, and I always unbox something fun from them, and like eventually all the alt groups are going to take turns making comebacks again, and we're going to want to get back into like haul content and stuff. I did buy some stuff for IVE's most recent fan meeting, their IVE Scout fan meeting. So I did buy some stuff for that. The problem with not being on Twitter anymore is I feel like I miss things now. Like, I went onto TikTok one day and I was scrolling and I saw IVE, and they were like, they were posting about like their like fan con, like the first day of their fan con had ended, and I was like, oh my god, like there's probably like merch that Starship released, and I just am on Blue Sky and not Twitter, which honestly, I miss things like information, but I like Blue Sky so much better than what Twitter became. Like, I really do. I don't intend to go back at this point in time. But I do like miss things. And so I'm trying to find out, like, still, I talked about this before, like a while ago, where I just feel like I'm missing things. I feel like it's getting better, right? But I still feel like I miss things. I don't know. But anyways, I did end up getting merch for I've Scout. I didn't buy like a ton of merch because again, we're trying not to go too crazy, but they had trading card packs again, and I was never going to not get a trading card pack, you know? So anyways, this is my Monsta X OT7 signed album. We Are Here. Which version is this? I never opened this up, so I don't know which version this is. Oh, but I got this at the concert that I went to in 2019, and it was crazy. I went to that concert with Katie Chowell-Zennel. Also, I saw that Katie recently went to Hawaii to see Taemin, and I was like, I wanted to go to Honolulu and see Taemin. But I was like, a concert in Hawaii would be so much fun. Like, what a random stop for him to add, but like, that's so fun. Anyways, Katie and I were within like the first 100 people for the LA stop, and so we got signed albums because everyone after 100 people got signed posters. And I love my No Limit and my Wano signed posters. I do, but I love this signed album. I'm so happy I have a signed album. It's fine. I did downsize quite a bit of albums, and it feels really good. Like, I have felt for too long that I have too much stuff, and it's just not something I want personally anymore. And it's something I've enjoyed up until now, and I just don't enjoy it anymore. And like I said, once I don't enjoy something, it's hard for me to like do it or keep it or whatever. And I really like went through my albums and like Marie Kondo'd that. Is that her the last name? Kondo? Whatever. I did the Marie Kondo method where I was like, does this album, like, do I want this? And if I didn't think like yes, I was like, oh. But like, I also kind of went into this being like, I already kind of know what I want and what I don't want. Like, I know what I'm going to keep. I did end up keeping more than I originally planned, but I don't know. I went through my like non-alt albums again this morning because I was finishing up the non-alt shelf, and I removed like 3 more albums from it. Like, I really didn't downsize it all that much more, but yeah. This is my Kihyun Fantasia album. I feel like this is a A4 standard album. It is. This was an M-Wave meet and greet. I think I ended up buying this album with somebody else, and they pulled Kihyun and somebody else, and I was really excited. This was like during COVID time. Really, every time I listen to Fantasia, I think about Animal Crossing because all I did during COVID was stream Fantasia and play Animal Crossing, and I just like would listen to the album on repeat because I love this album. I love the Fantasia album. I listened to it on repeat, and I would play Animal Crossing like with no volume on Animal Crossing. I would just listen to like the Fantasia album for like, I did this for like a month where like I just, you know, I was furloughed from my job. I was working like, I was never completely furloughed. I worked like 1 shift during the week because I was working in animal PT at the time. And there was one dog whose treatment, I was the only one tall enough in our department to like take care of him. So they were like, well, we're gonna have you come in for this one dog. His name was George. He has since passed away. He was older. He was a Great Dane, and he was really cute. I loved George. If I have a photo of George on my phone, I'll post it. I don't think his mom would mind. She had a couple dogs, and I saw her maybe a couple months ago when I took my cats to my vet, because I still go to the same vet that I used to work at. I just don't work there anymore, but I take my like pets there because I trust the people who work there completely. And I saw her in the parking lot, and I was like, oh my gosh. And she was like, yeah, she's so sweet. I love her so much. And she was like, what's going on with your life? And I was like, man, it's been crazy. Been a crazy time. That was what I did. I like was home pretty much all the time, and I was about to move out on my own throwback to if you remember this era of my life. I was about to move out and then COVID hit, and then I ended up moving to the mountains for a year. The mountains in North Carolina, the mountains of Western North Carolina. And I know people love it, but I hated it up there. I really did. I really did. I was coming home to the city like every weekend because I was just like, I don't want to live up here. Like, I don't know why I thought I wanted to live up there. But anyways, that was like me moving out of my parents' house. And then by the time I moved back to the city, my parents had left the state of North Carolina. I was like, well, that kind of worked out. Because at first I was like, do I move back with my parents? And then I was like, no, I mean, like, I'll get a job and like live on my own, right? But I don't live on my own. I live with my sister, but it's actually not awful. Like, whenever I tell people I live with my sister, they're like, what? And I'm like, it's not like a forever thing. We've lived together for like 3 years now. My Voyager promo album, because I didn't, does it have the promo sticker on the back? It does. It has the not for sale sticker on the back, but we work like very opposite schedules, so it really works out. Like, I came home from work on Monday with a migraine, and my sister normally doesn't work until like the afternoon on Mondays. And I got home at like 9 a.m. and she was like, no offense, but I really enjoy like my alone time on Mondays. And I was like, no, I get it. But like, I was like, I'm just going to go to my room and take a nap. Like, I'm not here. I'm not really here. It was so bad. It like, if you're on, I don't know if other people know this about North Carolina or like if this exists. I'm sure it does outside of North Carolina, but like the pollen is so bad here that literally my car is yellow currently. So bad. And I am so allergic to pollen. Like, I'm so allergic. And on Monday it rained here in Charlotte, which is like great for the pollen, but like the pressure from like the weather, and then also just like I didn't sleep well the night before, and also the pollen was, I spent a lot of time outside on Sunday last weekend, and I just like walked into work and I like could not stare at my computer screen. Like, my head hurts so bad. And I'm not really a migraine girly. Like, I really don't get migraines that often. But we were like fully staffed, and I finished like a lot of my work by 9 o'clock. I took a bunch of Advil and was like, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to do my work. I'm going to try to minimize how often I stare at my computer. And then I'm going to ask my manager to go home. And I asked her, and she was like, oh yeah, you can go home. And I was like, perfect. I never call out sick. I never am sick. I like, you know, I'm always at work, except when I'm on my long PTO to go see Stray Kids. But she was like, oh yeah, that's fine. Like, she was in the other office. She was like, oh, that's okay. I was like, I'm sorry. I feel awful. I can't stare at my screen. I like had to make a couple phone calls, and on those phone calls, I was like, oh my God, my head feels like somebody has reached inside my skull and is like squeezing my brain. Like, that's how I felt. So anyways, I got home on Monday, and my sister was like, oh, no offense, I really like my alone time on Mondays. She was like, it's like my reset day. And I was like, okay, well, that's fine. And then I ordered food because I heard from a friend of mine. My friend was like, oh, I get migraines all the time, and you know what's great is like French fries and Diet Coke. And I was like, well, I never drink Diet Coke. I never drink like diet soda, like ever. This is not something I do. And so I was like, well, maybe I'll order food because I don't feel like cooking for myself right now and I'm starving, and I'll order some like fries and then Diet Coke from somewhere. So I ordered from this like Mediterranean restaurant that's nearby my house. And my sister was like, oh, you didn't ask me if I wanted anything. And I was like, okay. I thought you were enjoying your alone time. Anyways, that's what living with your sister is like. It's actually fine because honestly, like, we've lived together for so much of our lives. I know like all of her quirks. I'm gonna get more albums. Like, I don't know. Every time I tell people, they're like, I could never live with my sister. And I'm like, listen, I never thought I could live with her either, but we're doing great. And also, like, living by yourself in this economy, listen, maybe someday, but not right now. Not right now. Like I said, we just renewed our lease, and like every year we renew our lease, I feel like we're like, oh, this is the last year. And then every year it's like not the last year, but it really just depends. Like, I don't know. Though this might be too small for this. Maybe not, actually. It might just work. This is also an M-Wave meet and greet album. Has Wano's signature on it. And he did, in fact, sign the album upside down, which is what I love about this album. I think it's fun. I think it's unique. He signed it upside down. Oh, I've essentially banned myself from buying photo cards until I like downsize my trade sale binders. Oh, it fits perfectly. But yeah, I've banned myself from like going on Mercari Japan or like Mercari US. Like I am not allowed to buy photo cards except for like super high priority items until I downsize my trade sale binders, because I have 2 trade sale binders, and then I also have, here, let me show you, it's sitting right next to me here. I have 2 full like A5 trade sale binders, and I have all of this. Like I have this whole box. This is full of stuff I need to trade or sell. Like this is insane. It's insane. I took photos about it, and I'm making captions tonight. After I edit this video, I'm making captions for everything tonight, and I'm posting them tomorrow. By the time you see this video, everything will be on my trade sale Instagram, because I'm tired, and I'm tired of having all of these photo cards, and I'm tired of not trading and selling them. So I have put myself on a photo card purchasing ban until I trade sell those cards, because like I can get a lot of the cards I need. I just need to trade my stuff that I have. Like I have a lot of stuff to trade for the things that I need, and I'm sure people out there have things that I need. I have literally not been using Instagram like at all for anything. I just like felt a little burnt out of that app, and so now I like want to catch up on things. Would it be annoying if I posted some stuff that I posted on like YouTube and TikTok like to my Instagram reels? Like, would you guys find that annoying? But maybe some people on Instagram reels like only consume Instagram reel content. Like maybe you don't consume YouTube short or TikTok content, and maybe I wouldn't do that much. Like maybe I would do like stuff from my like concert series and then just like catch up from there. That's a thought I've had. But I would like to like catch up and start posting on Instagram again. This is my OT7 Follow signed album. Literally, I think I bought this for myself last year or the year before for my birthday. What are we buying for ourselves for my birthday this year? Oh, I'm buying the Kihyun card. You know, also maybe I'll buy myself something fun for Wano too for my birthday. But I was gonna buy myself that Kihyun card, the one for youth that's like way more expensive than every other one for some reason. I think it was like an exclusive. Also, I think I missed the notification where I was accepted into Wano's like next gen, his 3rd gen weenie fan club. But I went on to Meowcafe the other day, and I was like, I was accepted because I was like downgraded for so long. I feel like I was the last person that they like upgraded to 3rd gen weenie. I was like, hello, please let me in. Let me see Wano's post. Oh yeah. If you don't know why it's such a big deal to have an OT7 signed follow album, then you don't pay attention to Monsta X, which means you've never experienced the heartbreak of this album, which is, I'm honestly kind of jealous of that. Honestly kind of jealous. How it was the anniversary of Wano coming back to us. And I think in my phone that translated to Wano and like being announced with Highline Entertainment, and then also like Ishai's entertainment company. I think that was like the same day. Anyways, because he was like cleared of everything, and then like a month later they announced that he was like coming back to the music industry, which was very exciting. So I made a video on it because it popped up on my phone. My phone was like, hey, it's the 5th year anniversary. Because when it happened, I put it in my phone because I was like, future Carolyn's gonna want to remember this. And that she was absolutely right. Like future Carolyn does want to remember like things like this. And so I made a TikTok, and I was like, you know how much has happened in the past 5 years? Like everything that I've experienced with both Monsta X and Wano, like I'm just so grateful. 2025 with Monsta X and Wano, like I'm so grateful that I saw Wano in a fan meeting last year. I'm so excited for like the future of Monsta X and like the rest of the Monstas to get out of the military. Well, just Hyungwon. We're just waiting on Hyungwon right now. And just to like, I don't know, like all the fan signs I've done with both Wano and Monsta X, like Kihyun, Juhan, and Minhyuk, like it's just so crazy how far we've come and like how much they've grown as like individuals and like as Monsta X. Like I don't know, there was a minute there where I was like, I don't know like what's gonna happen to them in the future. And like I feel like they didn't even know for a little bit like what was gonna be the future of Monsta X and Wano, right? But I'm just so grateful that we're here and that we've experienced all we've experienced. And like taking a photo with Wano last year, like literally staring him in the eyes in person, like 5 feet from me, was insane. Like being barricade for his concert was insane. It was like 2019 Carolyn would never believe me. If I went back in time and told 2019 Carolyn what 2025 Carolyn had experienced, she would have been like, girl, you're lying. Like, you've seen those trends that are like, I met my old self, like my younger self for coffee. Like if I met my younger self for coffee, first of all, we would have to go get an alcoholic beverage. And I'm not even like a big drinker, like anymore, but I would be like, girl, we gotta go get like a margarita. Like we're not meeting for coffee, we're meeting for margaritas and Mexican food, because I gotta tell you what's happened. Everything sucks right now. That's what I would tell her. I'd be like, everything sucks right now for you. And like, there are some things that are still gonna suck for you in the future, but like the Monsta X and Wano thing is going to get better. Like it's gonna take time, but it's gonna get better, and it's gonna be so worth it because you're gonna experience things with them that you never would have believed possible, and it's gonna be crazy. That's what's going on right now. I think I've run out of things to talk about, but we still have albums to sleeve. This is a promo album that I'm sleeving right now from the Connect Deja Vu version 1. What was version 1? Oh, this version. I love this era for Monsta X. This was such a fun era. I would love for them to do something like this again. I don't know, but this is also a promo album, and you can tell because it has the promo Kamka sticker on the back, which is like older. Like some of the other albums we've seen have had the black and white, like not for resale sticker. I don't know what eras I'm missing promos from, but my goal really is to just have like a signed album from every era. And again, I don't know where else I can put like more signed albums. I'd like to have a Stray Kids signed album at some point in my life. I don't know when or how I would accomplish that. I have a lot of binder maintenance videos I want to film too. And I think I'm going to alternate them between here and my second channel, just so that it doesn't become too much like binder maintenance content. But if you like binder maintenance content, you might want to consider subscribing to both. Also, I'm considering posting, well, I'm definitely going to post something for Monsta X's 10th anniversary on this channel, but then I'm also considering digging up the footage from when I saw them in 2023 in Korea and editing that vlog finally. And I'm like, it's like 2 years late. It would be almost 2 years since I've seen them in Korea. This July is the anniversary of that. And there were a lot of things that happened on that trip that were not Monsta X related that I just like, I don't know. I just haven't looked at that footage, really. Like the long form footage I haven't looked at since Korea, but I think it would be good to post that for their anniversary because, or like around their anniversary, but I don't know. I think I would still like to have that documented. Also, I'm going to go back and edit my Changgyun footage because it was like, I think I was worried that like nobody would want to watch it. And then I was like, you know what? Like, even if nobody wants to watch it, like 10 years down the line, I might want to watch it. And as long as YouTube still exists, I will still have access to that video. I don't know, but I am going to make like a video for their 10th anniversary on the main channel too. So don't worry. We've got plans for that. We've got plans for that. May is going to be very busy because 10th anniversary, my birthday, Stray Kids concert. It's going to be a busy month of content, May. So I have to start prepping in April for May content. And also we have to start prepping for Stray Kids. So we're doing Stray Kids concert prep. I do want to decorate my light stick. I'm taking my version 2 light stick to to these concerts. Version 1 went with me the last time I saw them. I also want to do content like showing my Monsta X collection, like everything. So I think that's going to be a video I'm going to film. That's not going to be the 10th anniversary video, I don't think. I have been making K-pop content the entire time that I have been a Monbebe. Like, there is just so much content of me and Monsta X that exists on the internet, which is just like so crazy to think about, and it's so great. And I just need to start digging through it to like make a little video of the past 10 years. But I also do want to do a video of like everything I own for Monsta X, because there is so much. There's so much that they've done in 10 years. There's so much I've accumulated in 10 years. I don't know. I'm really excited to kind of do all of that. Oh, this one's good. But this is my promo One of a Kind album. This one I need to change. This is the one that I won from Universe back when that existed. It's also like this. It's an OT5 signed album. I'm excited to get an OT6 signed album this next era. Oh, I'm so excited for a new Monsta X album. I'm so excited about that. I hadn't even really processed that there's like a new album coming out from them this year. It's been so long since Reason era. So long. I'm so excited. I don't even know what to expect from it. Like, what is it gonna sound like? I mean, I know what it's gonna sound like. I've been a Monbebe for so long. I know what it's gonna sound like. But like, I don't know. There's just a lot to think about there. Also, we have to evaluate what Starship's gonna do, because the last time Monsta X released an album, like, Starship was doing different things than they do now. They're doing play versions now. So there's probably gonna be play versions of Monsta X's album. They're probably gonna do a merch version. I did a merch version for this most recent album, and I'm just feeling like that's something they would make Monsta X do as well. Which is just like a lot. Also, you know Starship's been missing the Monsta X bag. Like, you know that they've been missing it. So I need more albums. Hold on. All right, this is the last stack of albums, and then I'm going to show you a stack of albums we're not resleeving, because I just looked through the rest of the albums I have, and those are fine. But we're going to start with my BTS Jin, In the Mood for Love Part 1 album. I love this album. I love this album, and I'm so excited I have it signed by Jin. Like, I was thinking about BTS today because they are also like coming back this year. Like, the members are all kind of getting discharged, like just a little bit after all the Monstas get discharged. So it's like, it's a really exciting time to be alive, basically. This might fit in this. It might be kind of tight, but we'll see. I'm excited for BTS to be back. BTS are like, they're a group that I've stan since debut. They're a group that I just like genuinely really enjoy their music. I don't consider myself an ARMY. I'm not an ARMY, but I do love them. I love their music. I think they're all really great, all very talented people. I know that J-Hope went on tour recently. His tour looked really fun. I've seen a bunch of my like TikTok mutuals and people I follow on TikTok went to that tour, and it looked like it was really, really fun. He looked like he was having a lot of fun. His tour reminded me a lot of like when Changyun went on tour, and like when Shonu and Hyungwon did all those festivals, like you could tell Shonu was just so like excited to be there. He was like, I've been in Korea for so long, like I didn't get to do anything outside of Korea. I still remember the day that I came across Shonu me and Madison were standing outside of our hotel with Courtney, and Courtney went back up to her room to get something. Went back up to our room. We were all sharing a room then. But she went back up to her room. We were just outside because we were going to order an Uber, and we were like, okay, like just go grab whatever it was that she needed to grab, and we'll just like hang out here, and then when you're on your way back down, just text us and we'll order the Uber and go to KCON. And Shonu just like was walking by, and I cannot believe my brain was so convinced that I would never see Shonu in the wild that I was like, man, that Korean man has great skin. Like, he was glowing, and I was like, that man has great skin. And then he turned and like looked at us because Madison was like, oh my god, and it was Shonu, and I was like, oh my god. And I was like, I don't know, at that time like was too stunned to speak. I was like, oh my God, hi. That's like all I said. It's fine. But at the time I was just like, oh my God, like he was on his way to IHOP. He was on a mission. He was busting it to IHOP. And it's so funny because it's like he showed up outside of our hotel. We were not staying in the same hotel because he posted a like V live or whatever, an Instagram live or whatever later. And he was not in the same hotel as us. Also, he like came from like past our hotel. Like he was obviously coming from somewhere else. And I just think that was so crazy seeing Shonu in the wild. But he was just so happy to be in America. He was so happy to be. And then when they went to Europe, like a couple months later, like Shonu and Hyungwon, Shonu was so happy to be in Europe. He was having so much fun in Europe. And I was like, that man just like wanted to leave, like go somewhere and travel and like leave his country after being like required to stay in his country for so long. And I feel like that's like the vibes I was getting from J-Hope like during his tour, like just things I've seen about his tour, is he was just so happy to travel and like go see international fans. And like, you know, I feel like this might fit. Will this fit in this? Maybe I might need to reorder some of these sleeves after this. Ooh, I don't know. Oh, that's gonna suck if this doesn't fit. No, it doesn't fit. Okay. I'm so hungry too. I'm gonna make myself some dinner after this. I'm gonna edit this video. And I don't know. I watched Severance recently. I have lots of thoughts about Severance. I should have mentioned them before I was an hour into this video, but I watched Severance recently because season 2 came out on Apple TV and everyone was talking about it. And I was like, you know what? Like, I should check it out. Like, I read the synopsis of it and I saw a couple videos on it and I was like, this might be something I like enjoy. Like, it's just like, I've been kind of in a slump when it comes to like shows recently. But anyways, I watched Severance. I got an Apple TV 7-day free trial and I watched both seasons of Severance in 7 days. It was an art. I started it on a Saturday on my friend's birthday, literally like 2 hours before I was going to meet her for her birthday party. We went to a brewery in Uptown for her birthday. Anyways, so I like watched it for like 2 hours while I was getting ready. And then I went to my friend's birthday. And then the next day on Sunday, I spent the majority of the day watching Severance and like deep cleaning my apartment. I think I finished it in like 6 days. We cut it a little close, but we finished it during the free trial and then I canceled my free trial. I was like, sorry, Apple TV. See ya. But I watched it and I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was so good. I thought it was so interesting. I really hope that it doesn't take them forever for another season to come out. I know that there's no like a season 3 that has been confirmed, but also if you watch Severance in real time, like I cannot imagine waiting 3 years after the conclusion, like after the finale of season 1. I cannot imagine waiting 3 years. That would have driven me insane. I would have been so mad about it that I wouldn't have even watched season 2. like what kind of ending was season 1? I was like, oh my God, like Ben Stiller, come on. Like you're telling me that they didn't even like think about maybe starting to film? I know that there was like a writer's strike that went on during that time as well, right? Like that was within that timeline, I think. But anyways, that would have driven me crazy. I would have been so pissed about it. But anyways, after I finished Severance, I've been kind of on the hunt for another show to watch. I watched Grey's Anatomy. I started Grey's Anatomy in 2023, like the fall of 2023. I had never seen it before. I watched it from season 1 all the way up until now. And it's currently airing its newest season. So I'm watching that. And then I'm also watching Great American Family, like the story of Natalia Grace, which also has Meredith Grey, Ellen, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but you know who I'm talking about. It has Meredith Grey in it. And it has Ellen in it. And so I started watching that too. And then I was like, I need another show to watch, like, because those are airing right now and they air once a week, like a new episode. So I need something to watch in between that. And I got tired of the K-drama I was watching. I can't remember what it's called right now. And I started watching Secret Life of the American Teenager randomly. I was like, this is kind of long enough that I might like it, but I just feel like I'm a little too old for this show. And also, I just feel like it was a better show in 2008. And so I don't know if I want to continue it. I have almost finished season 1 of it. And I'm kind of over it. Like, I kind of am sick of it. And so that's what I was watching, like, yesterday. So I need good show recommendations. When I was younger, when I was in, like, the teenage years that a lot of people watch, like, big shows in, like Vampire Diaries, Secret Life of the American Teenager, like, all these shows, I was watching, like, exclusively K-pop content. Like, I was trying to learn about, like, K-pop, and I feel like I can put this in another sleeve. And so I feel like I didn't watch a lot of these shows. I feel like I need a new show. I kind of want to rewatch Schitt's Creek or New Girl. I do like New Girl. That's like one of my on-repeat shows. I don't have a lot of on-repeat shows, but I feel like I might want to watch New Girl again. Hulu's been recommending it to me, and I'm like, you know, right? You know, Hulu, it has been a long time since I've seen New Girl, so maybe I do want to watch that. But I don't know. And I enjoy New Girl thoroughly. Like, and Schitt's Creek. Like, there really aren't any points of either of those shows where I get, like, sick of it. But I don't know. I was rewatching seasons of Grey's Anatomy, like, at the end of last year. Like, that I had seen before. Anyways, if there's anything else out there you think I might like, I just told you a couple things that I've been watching, or any recent K-dramas you've been enjoying. I could go for a good, like, Netflix K-drama. I just don't know what to watch. I also just have been watching random, like, documentaries about, like, child influencers that I don't know. Like, I watched the one that was released recently, like on April 9th. I saw a TikTok talking about it, and I was like, oh, I could watch that. And then I watched the one about Ruby Frankie when I was in Atlanta for NCT. I watched that while I was getting ready for the concert that day, because it was, like, not very long. And I watched the other one about that Piper girl and, like, her friends. That was crazy. Really crazy. So yeah, that's what I've been watching recently. And I feel like I'm enjoying this time that I have where I actually get to watch, like, TV shows during the week, because when I was in school, I never was able to do this during, like, a weeknight. Like, get home from work and, like, watch a TV show. And I've been really reflecting on that recently too, like, how good, I mean, this year, there's been a lot of bad things happening this year, right? But one of the good things that has happened this year is that I haven't been in school. So that's been really nice. Yeah, we might end up pushing back the next part of my school a little more than originally intended. Just kind of depending on life. Yeah, we might end up pushing that back a little bit, but I don't know. I haven't really fully decided yet. I don't really have to decide right now. I can decide next month, but I do have to decide next month. So I don't know. But I have been enjoying this time. It was my other friend's birthday on, like, a Thursday, and she wanted a bunch of us to go get dinner. And I was like, wow, this is something that would have, like, really, like, thrown me off of everything I have to do during the week for, like, school, like, 6 months ago. And I'm just, like, really grateful that I can go into the city on a Thursday night and, like, celebrate your birthday and not feel like I'm gonna be so behind by doing it. And I got to come home and watch Severance after. That was during my 7-day free trial. I came home and watched Severance after. So I think it's good because, like, there's so much content on Severance right now, and I feel like I understand all the jokes because I watched the show. Also, the new Squid Game is coming out in June? Is it end of June? So that's gonna be fun. That's not that far away, actually. When they released the most recent season, I was like, wow, June is so far from now, but, like, it's actually not that far away. So this is my other M-Wave meet and greet Rush album, by the way. That's what I just sleeved there. And then this is my giant ATEEZ album. All right, well, we've got the A5 wide sleeves for that. This is gonna be so big. We're gonna have to tape this down so much. I might do this one last and do these two because they're gonna be a lot simpler first. I think we're pretty much all caught up. I'm sorry that I haven't been posting much long form content recently. I am gonna get back into it, but I did feel like I needed a break from it just to like get out of a little content rut I was in. And I do think just posting some short form content for a little bit was like helpful for that, for getting me out of my rut. I am excited about that. I'm excited to post more short form content. I'm really excited that like, even though TikTok should not go away, I'm a full believer that it's so silly. Like this whole thing is so silly, personally. Yeah, but I'm really excited to have it during the Stray Kids concerts because I think it's gonna be really, really fun to post content during the Stray Kids concerts. And like, I can post like, I don't know, just like stuff in real time of like what's going on in addition to like my concert vlogs. So I think that's gonna be fun. Definitely would recommend following me over there. This is like the original packaging this album came in. Wow, this has like the thanks for buying. This is the shop that I bought this album from, by the way. I bought this a long time ago. I've had this album for a long time. I don't know what sleeve that's gonna fit in. It says the promo sticker on the back. I love this album. The Beat Goes On. Really love this album. This was a birthday gift or something for myself one year as well. I was like, I really want to own this album signed. I really do. Anyways, I'm really happy ATEEZ did sign digipacks for the most recent album because I will probably only collect those moving forward. Like I probably won't do photo book albums moving forward because it just feels very bulky and very much, well, ATEEZ doesn't do as bulky albums as they used to. Oh my gosh, how am I even gonna take this up? But yeah, I think moving forward, I'm just gonna do signed digipacks for ATEEZ. They're so much easier to trade too. I didn't even see that Zero Base 1 had signed digipacks, and then a lot of my Zeros mutuals just started posting their unboxings, and I was like, wait, I didn't realize that those were a thing. So sad. I wonder if I can find Matthew's resale somewhere. I really would love a Matthew signed album. That's so sad. But I feel like he'll probably be expensive. That's fine. It's never stopped me before. We'll figure it out. But I was really sad that I missed those. I was like, oh, I knew they were releasing Target albums, but I haven't been to Target this entire year. The entirety of 2025, I have not been to Target. Isn't that crazy? If you know anything about me, I used to go to Target like every weekend. I have not been to Target this entire year. I miss it. I mean, sometimes, but I don't know. I also just like have been buying a lot less stuff. Like I just am like, I don't need this. I don't need this. Something I've been doing as well. Just being like, I don't need this extra thing. So I was like, I'm not buying like a Target exclusive Zero Base 1 album. Even though I kind of wanted to. Kind of wanted it. I was a little tempted. But I was like, you know what? It's fine. We haven't even traded any of our original album cards. What do you mean you're gonna go buy more albums? No, not allowed. Carolyn is banned from buying anything K-pop related. Mine is high priority cards. Like those Wano cards I'm still missing. Like that's literally the exception, is like those Wano cards I'm still missing to finish his collection. Please help me find them. Also, side note, please help me find those cards. But yeah, I'm banned from buying anything else. Not allowed. Don't look at anything. Don't even think about going on Neokyo. Though I do have some things expiring soon. So like I really should. Like the free storage period is kind of expiring soon. So like maybe I should. I only have like 7 items there. So Anyways, let me show you the things that I don't need to sleeve. Here are the last couple of albums that I don't feel like I need to re-sleeve, or like the sleeve that they're in right now is fine. So I have my Infinite New Challenge album. So pretty. This is a promo album. It doesn't have the promo sticker, but this was like given to somebody and then they resold it, so I bought it. Now it's mine. These are my 2 ATEEZ Digipacks. I previously sleeved these in Meowcafe sleeves, so they don't need to be re-sleeved, but these are both signed by Yuno and Hongjung. And then, of course, my Wano fan sign albums. I re-sleeved these pretty recently, so I have Blue Letter, Love Sin 1, Obsession, Facade, and Bittersweet. So, yeah, I think I want to print out like a little photo of me meeting Wano from his fan meeting and then like add it to my signed Wano fan sign shelf. I think that would be really, really fun. I think that would be a really nice touch to that shelf. So I'll probably do that at some point. But yeah, that is it for my signed album collection. Thank you for hanging out with me and re-sleeving this today because I didn't want to do it alone, so I'm really glad we could do it together. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the album bags I used in today's video, this isn't sponsored, but I do have a coupon code with Meowcafe for any of their products. It's Carolyn10. You can use it at checkout to save 10% off your order. And yeah, I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye-bye.